On June 16, 2000, TK was born in Long Beach, California. But when he was about 8, his mama moved him to somewhere else. When he was younger, he was influenced by Eazy-E, Chief Keef, Young Pappy, and Soulja Boy. Growing up as a kid, he didn't see his father that much after he got put in jail. But a couple years later, when his dad finally got out of prison, the family finally moved and decided on Arlington, Texas. TK would start going to Young Junior High and then eventually Martin High School. But it didn't really take that long for him to get in trouble with the school because he actually got caught with weed on him in freshman year, and then he just decided to drop out. But around the time he dropped out, this is when he started making a lot more songs. TK and a couple of friends started their own rap group, dropping their first song on Christmas of 2014. But the thing is, they kind of had to do that underground grind that almost every rapper has to do. Going around performing at local venues and parties, like the regular underground rapper grind. As a rap group, they were actually getting small underground attention, but TK started to release songs on his own, dropping a song called Biff Zannon on SoundCloud. Now, he actually started getting a little more attention, but like very local. After dropping that song and another one called Sly Cooper, there are videos of him yelling this song at concerts and shit. Like, originally, he was just kind of calm on this song, but like, at the concerts, you could see his ass yelling his ass off. But all seemed going well for TK and his rap group until TK and the Daytona Boys were actually performing at a New Year's Eve party. And after the clock struck midnight, everybody celebrated, everybody had a good time, then they left. On the way home though, TK and his friends, Pimp and Santana Sage, they were just rounding down the road from the party when all of a sudden, at a red light, Santana Sage said something to another car, and then eventually an argument started. Eventually, Santana Sage put out a but apparently he didn't mean to shoot. But that didn't matter because shots already went off. The girl in the passenger seat gets hit with one of the stray bullets and passes away because of this situation. Eventually, Santana Sage will be sentenced to a long time in prison.
Find the defendant, Eric Jamal Johnson, guilty of the offense of murder.
Santana Sage got sentenced to 44 years. TK and his friend Pimp got out of this situation without any consequences. And after this situation, they probably felt like that they could do anything, that they were unstoppable. But just 6 months later, TK and his friends were planning a robbery in a house in Mansfield, Texas. And they were planning to distract Ethan Walker and unlock the door when he wasn't looking. And then after they would unlock the door, they would text TK and his friends to rush in the building. But there was a lot more people than expected in this house. They waited for hours and hours and hours until about 10 p.m. They just decided to unlock the door and then text TK and his friends to bust in. But after they sent that text, TK and all of his friends rushed in the building, and some of them had guns. It was checking all around the house, and then eventually one of them finds Ethan Walker and his friend Zachary. Something happened that led to someone ended up shooting Ethan Walker and Zachary. Zachary survived because he only got shot in the shoulder, but Ethan Walker didn't survive eventually. Everyone involved was caught and arrested. TK was interrogated and he was crying, like sobbing, because he didn't even know that someone was gonna die that night. Originally, the plan was just to rob the house and take money in drugs. Apparently they was trying to steal drugs, but this is what put TK on house arrest. After he got put on house arrest, he was telling his friends to come to his house to go record songs with him. He was doing this for like a few months until he lost it and tweeted on Twitter that he was just gonna dip. And that's exactly what he did. He cut off the ankle monitor and started going on the run. He was going around recording songs, popping up on the internet, but in San Antonio, TK and Pimp decided to meet with a photographer, but they was just gonna rob him. They didn't really want no photos, they just wanted to take his camera equipment and rob him. Once they pulled their guns out, the photographer started yelling. Eventually, he got out the car, they was trying to run him over, but then TK started letting out shots at the dude killing him. After this point, they got the camera equipment and then they shot the music video. I don't know where they shot the music video, whether it was in Texas or New Jersey where he got found, but I couldn't find where they shot the music video. But they shot the music video, and TK was on the run across the country for months. But TK knew at some point they was gonna catch him, so he had a plan. He dropped a song on SoundCloud called The Race, but it didn't immediately blow up. He was waiting for the right time to drop it. His plan was that when the cops got him, he was gonna tell someone to drop the music video, because they just had it ready. They had it finished. They finished it months ago at this point. But when TK finally got found in New Jersey, he told someone, drop the music video, drop the music video. Literally the same day that he got caught by police, that's when he dropped the music video for The Race. The story of a rapper on the run from police dropping a song as soon as he gets arrested just shocked everyone in 2017. Like, nothing like this had ever happened before. No one had seen something like this happen. And at the time, nobody really knew what he was arrested for. They didn't even know what he did, but everyone liked the song. But since TK was a minor, they kept his ass for a couple of years until 2019, when he was finally a grown adult, to start that trial. Yeah, they used the song as evidence and they caught his ass quickly. His lawyer tried to defend him, but it didn't really work. They looked at what he said in the song and they just locked him up on the spot. TK got sentenced to 55 years. Now, while TK was up in jail waiting for his trial to start, he actually signed a record deal. Dead ass. And he was able to drop a fucking mixtape from jail. Dead ass. And the mixtape is named after his friend that I talked about, Santana Sage. Remember that guy? Yeah, Santana World. And the tape actually did pretty good. On top of the fact that The Race charted at number 44 on the Billboard Hot 100, his mixtape Santana World peaked at 128 on the Billboard 200. Now, for his first mixtape while in jail, that's pretty crazy. But the problem is, his team didn't drop any more music after that. So, remember the other people that were involved in that robbery in 2016? So his friend Pimp got locked up for 30 years. They offered a plea deal. Basically, they was trying to make a deal with him, saying if he snitched on TK, he get 20 years. But Pimp decided not to say a damn thing, and he's serving 30 years as we speak. And then the girl who orchestrated the whole thing got 10 years. Probation! 10 years probation!